Yep.
And bye.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. If this is your first time with the channel, my name is Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Welcome to Fit and Fire. Let's get into this video. As you can see, we're back out at the property. I've got more work to get done on the property, but I wanted to make sure that I got a video out for you guys. And this time we're going to be looking at the new CZ P10C ported pistol. Now the actual nomenclature is the CZ P10C OR ported, OR standing for optics ready, but we do have the standard P10 here, and we will be doing a little bit of comparison on these as we go through this video. But needless to say, if you've been with the channel for any period of time, you know that I really do like CZ pistols, especially the P10 lineup. I have felt that the P10s are the right pistol for me. It's not for everybody, and I understand that, but I feel that I can shoot the P10C and P10F better than I can shoot a Glock 19 or a Glock 17. And that's not to say that this is better than a Glock. It just says that I'm able to shoot them better than I can a Glock. So if you're a Glock fanboy and you prefer Glocks, just stick with them, man. But if anyone's out there who is kind of gotten bored with Glocks and want to see if there's other things out there, this might be an option for you. Now, before we get into the video, I want to just take a second to be fully transparent on this. I'm not getting paid to say anything good, bad, or indifferent about this pistol by CZ or anybody else. I'm going to talk about the good with the bad and let you guys decide on whether or not this is going to be right for you. I did purchase this pistol from PSA about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, and have been taking it out to the range ever since to not only zero the red dot, just get very comfortable with shooting this, and also getting it through 2 different pistol competitions in the meantime as well, just so I can understand how well this is shooting. About 500 rounds through it. I do still need to do a few other things to test this out before I can say that definitively this is going to be my next concealed carry pistol. But we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about some of the different things that has changed from the original P10C, and that is going to be obviously the chunk port up here. Now, if you're not familiar with a chunk port, essentially what that is that it's a ported barrel and a comp slide that align with each other to create compensation and reduce felt recoil or muzzle flip. And that's something that we have seen be a little bit more popularized, I would say, over the last 3 to 4 years by a number of different manufacturers. In my opinion, regardless of how you feel about them, because I'm with you here, but regardless of how you feel about it, I still feel that the SIG P365 X Macro Comp was the first pistol to popularize this style of pistol, and we've seen other manufacturers kind of follow along ever since, such as the Canik MC9 Mete Prime. We now see that the Springfield Echelon has a comped version, the Smith & Wesson M&P has a version of it, and CZ now has a version of it as well. So I personally feel that this is going to be maybe one of the better ones. I don't know. I haven't tried all of them, but I have some opinions of why I feel that this might be a little bit better. We'll touch on that here in just a second. But that is the major point of this pistol and the improvement, upgrade, whatever you want to call it. The next thing is going to be slide serrations on the top of the slide, which is something that I really do like that they've added on to this pistol because I end up doing a lot of racking from the front. A lot of people don't like to press against the red dot to rack their pistol, and I understand why. I'm not here to defend or dissuade people from doing that. I'm just saying that there are some people that don't like to do it, so adding slide serrations here to give you a little bit more texture to get in and wrap that thumb around there to press check or rack or whatever you want to do is appreciated. I think so. The next thing is going to be the sights. These are something that I've seen on previous iterations of the P10 lineup, and I really appreciate them carrying that over. It's a bit of a rolling change, but they have equipped this with optic height sights, not suppressor heights, optic height sights. And that's a kind of a change that the industry has done over the last couple of years that I really do appreciate as well, is with suppressor height sights, those sights kind of sit a little bit taller and kind of obscure your field of view looking through a red dot. And I appreciate having another option that still is higher than standard iron sights, but also are still high enough to co-witness in your red dot. Optic height sights are going to be just above the base of a red dot for you to have a very low 1/3 co-witness, and it opens up your field of view a little bit better as well. So that's something I really do like. I did see it on my P10F that I purchased last year, so that was something I really did like. And they're okay, but to be frankly honest with you, my preference would be from XS sights. And that leads me into a bit of the sponsor for this video, and that's going to be XS sights. If you guys are interested in finding a new solution for your iron sights on your pistols, on your rifles, your MP5s, your lever guns, they have a ton of different options, and I have a discount code for you guys. If you're interested, you can save 20%. I get zero kickback from that, but needless to say, you will be able to capitalize on saving some money, 20% off using the code LARP. That's LARP. They've connected it to my podcast, the Live, Laugh, LARP podcast. All of that information is down in the pinned comment, so check that out. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so back to it. From there, about the only other thing they've done is they've improved the barrel. Not only do they have the port cut into the barrel, but back here at the barrel block, they have beefed that up quite a bit from the standard P10C, and they have this slit right here, which I'm not exactly sure what that slit is used for. It's not a loaded chamber indicator because you can't see down into the chamber at all, but I believe what it is meant to help vent gases away from your optics so it's not getting caked up with, spent carbon or grime or anything else. And that's something I have noticed. And that's the reason why I say that, is because my optic has been fairly clean over the 500 rounds. I've never had to wipe off the optic before shooting it because of debris and stuff getting into it. I've done that with other pistols, but I haven't done it with this one as of yet. So that's something that I have really liked as well. And you guys can see the side-by-sides on the standard version versus the ported version as well. Moving on down to the frame, pretty much everything else is standard. You're going to have ambidextrous magazine release, same type of grip texture as you would expect on your standard P10C, same type of trigger and pit continue section on the dust cover here for you to add the light or laser or whatever you want to do. I like the TLR7A on my pistols, and that's what I run with, but it's not necessary. I just like to have it. Now, two rolling changes that has happened with the P10 lineup is going to be the trigger and the magazines. I wanted to discuss these real quick because this trigger on this pistol has about 5.5 pound trigger pull, which is going to be very similar to this one as well, and as similar to the P10F that I have also. When I first did the video on the standard version of the P10C, I had some people in the comment section say there's something wrong with that trigger. It should not be 5.5 pounds. It should be more like 4 to 4.5 pounds. You might need to send it back to CZ to have them check it out. And I was like, that's actually a very valid point. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But I kind of forgot about it, and I ended up purchasing the P10F, same trigger, still about 5.5 pounds. Purchased this. Same trigger, about 5.5 pounds. So, in my opinion, and I don't have anything to support this, but in my opinion, I feel that CZ changed the trigger to increase the pull weight just a little bit for possibly some safety concerns. So, just making sure that it had a little bit extra pull weight so it doesn't go off unexpectedly when you put your finger on the trigger. But it's one of those things that increasing that weight can help for safety concerns. That's a theory. I don't know if it's correct or not, but there you have it. The next thing is going to be the magazines. As you can see, that these magazines are double notched, and this is a rolling change that CZ has done so that it can be cross compatible not only with the P10C but also with the other P series of pistols such as the P07. So that's something that I really did like, a change that they made over the last couple of years. So very happy with that. All right, so let's talk about the shooting experience real quick. Not really too much to talk about. It's been exceptionally reliable. I've had 0 failures to feed, fire, or eject with this, and I haven't even really done anything to it. I just pulled it out of the box and took it to the range and started shooting. I have not put 1 drop of oil in this at all. I've just ran it, and it's done very, very well. Now, do I recommend that for you guys? No. I'm doing this to provide you guys information as to how well it's going to hold up. Do you actually need to go ahead and break everything down and clean it? Or can you just pick it up from your local FFL and go straight to the range and start shooting? You know, those are the things that I'm doing. I'm trying to stress test it to see how well it's doing, and so far, so good. But my opinion to you guys, if you do purchase a new pistol, go ahead and break it down and clean it. I don't do that because I'm testing it for you guys. One thing that I haven't done as of yet is run defensive ammo through this. I plan on doing that in a follow-up video as we approach that 1,000 round mark, hopefully in the next couple of months. And that will be a definitive test on whether or not this is going to be a good concealed carry pistol for me, because I'm going to take several different types of defensive ammo, such as Spear Gold Dots, Hornady Critical Defense, and the SIG V Crown. We'll put them through this pistol to see which one groups the best, and then because of this barrel being shortened just a little bit, we're going to have to see if they expand well enough in ballistic gel. So more to come on that. I haven't gotten to that point quite yet, and this is not necessarily a concealed carry pistol for me at the moment, but I am fully expecting for it to replace this guy right here. This has been a great concealed carry pistol over the last couple of years, and I expect this to do just as well. But again, I want to test my defense ammo first. All right, so let's talk about some of the things that I'm not 100% pleased with. We've already talked about all of the upgrades and the things that I do like about this, but the number one thing, and this is just a nitpicky little gripe thing, is going to be the grip texture. A lot of people don't like the grip texture of the P10 series of pistols, and I understand. It is very aggressive. I actually like it, but I know that other people don't, and that is fair. To mitigate that, if you think that this is a pistol right for you, that's going to be just putting some hockey tape or goon tape around this. That will subside or reduce that felt abrasion against your hand. But I would have loved to have seen this grip texture extended up closer to the slide than what it is right here. This is, again, just a standard P10C frame. I don't know why they wouldn't have just go ahead and added it. They've already done it with the, what they call it, the Nocturne, the P07 Nocturne. So why not go ahead and do it with this? I don't understand that, but I would really like to see that so that I can get my support hand locked into this pistol a lot better than what it already is. So there's that. Now, let's talk about the chunk port. The chunk port is something that I do like. I like the concept. Does it help mitigate recoil by like 30%? I can't tell you that it does. I shoot the standard pistol very well, and for this one, the concern that I have is that we've gone from a 4-inch barrel to a 3.5-inch barrel. And typically 3.5-inch barrel pistols, regardless of how big they are, end up being a little flippy. So you've reduced the length of the barrel, but then you've added a chunk port on it to help mitigate it. So you've pretty much subtracted one to add one, right? If anything, it may help by like 10%, maybe. If you had to put a percentage on it, maybe 10%. I don't feel that it has done all that great when it comes to mitigating recoil, based off of my experience of shooting this guy on a regular basis. I take it to the range, I take it to competitions, and I shoot this pistol very, very well. Now, here's what I will say is I've only been running Winchester Whitebox 115 grain full metal jackets through this. And a lot of people have said that 115 grain ammunition going through something that is ported is usually going to have reliability issues. I have not seen that in the 500 rounds that I've put through this. So that's number one. Number two is this port is probably one of the bigger ports that I've seen, and that's one of the things that I do like. So I personally feel that this port is probably going to be more engineered for 124 grain or 147 grain. We will put that to the test in the follow-on video, because most of the defensive ammunition that I carry is going to be 124 and 147. So that's where I think that this is going to shine. But if you're the person that typically likes just to get 115 grain and call it good, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do as well as you think it is. So there is that. And at the end of the day, I do feel that CZ P10 pistols are going to be the pistols that end up flying underneath the radar for a lot of people, because you're going to get a really good pistol for an inexpensive price. The standard P10 optics ready versions, I was able to pick this one up for $350. You usually can find these somewhere around that $300 to $400 range, and a lot of people sleep on them when these are like some of the best pistols out there, and probably one of the better competitors to a Glock. So you can not only have a pistol that is probably one of the ones I would say that could challenge a Glock more than any of the other ones, but you're also going to save a lot of money as well. All right, so one last thing I wanted to say real quick is holster compatibility. It fits just fine. This is meant for a standard P10C. This is a holster from Legacy Firearms. It has been really, really good. It has a lot of flexibility for you to wear this very comfortably. And it has done me very well on the standard P10C, and it fits the P10C ported as well. So that's exactly what you should expect, but sometimes there's some differences in geometry and it may change things, but holster compatibility works just fine. That pretty much covers it for this. I personally think that this is going to be a great pistol, but again, we still need to do a little bit more testing on this to see how well it does, especially with defensive ammunition as well. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Sound off in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think of the P10 lineup, if this is something that you would be interested in. What do you think about ported and comp pistols? Are they just kind of a gimmick for you guys, or you actually think that it does something very well? Let me know. Sound off in the comment section, and I would love to hear it. As always, there's tons of information in the pinned comment as well, so if you guys are looking for that discount code for Excess Sights, it's there. The Live Laugh Larp podcast, the link is there as well, so swing by, check all of that out, and I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. As always, freedom through strength. Here comes a high five. Bye.